Hello everybody, we're back. Sorry about the late stream. I had power outage issues. Today. And work. Both of them have been a pain in the ass today. But we're here now. How's everybody been doing? We got some news today. Got news today. We got a bunch of interesting things popping out. With Monster Hunter Outlanders, is what it's called, which appears to be a gacha game, unfortunately. Snowy and cold. That too. Yeah, I need a break from Monster Hunter. Kind of got a little bit burnt out. Played a little bit too much, and also a lot of the conversations around Wilds is kind of getting to me a little bit, so I need a break from that, which is fine because we have FGO going on. We got the event in FGO, So we're probably gonna be farming that a little bit this week and taking a break from Monster Hunter World. And after that, we'll see if we're going back to World or playing something else. I was considering maybe doing Monster Hunter Stories, 1 or 2, and also considering going back to Rise, because I still have a bunch of things to do in that one as well, towards the end game. Some of the extra monsters added. Because in World, I pretty much done everything short of Alatreon and Fatalis. I don't know if I want to bother with those two, honestly. I don't really think I wanna. It's a little bit on the annoying side. And I'm not quite in the mood to be spending days and weeks trying to learn to solo Fatalis and stuff. Not really feeling it. And also I need to do Safi Jiva a lot for that to get the right weapon and whatnot. So I'll probably just skip them for the time being. Maybe we'll get back to them at a later point. And I guess if somebody's up for it, one of my friends is up for it and wants to do some other like guiding land stuff or some of the other bosses, monsters, sure. But for my part at least, I'm kind of done with Worlds for now. But anyway, we did get some news, and I wanted to check this out first. Things first. The Warcraft 30th Anniversary Direct went live about, I don't know, 2 hours ago, give or take. And I kind of want to look at it. I want to check it out. It's not a BlizzCon. We don't have BlizzCon this year. And I'm not really playing World of Warcraft at the moment. But at the same time, I am a little bit interested to see what they're doing. Like, even though I've kind of tuned out, like I haven't checked out, per se. I kind of still want to keep up with things and see where they're going with it. And of course, we can check out some of the Monster Hunter Outlanders afterwards. See what's what there as well. Okay. Let me see this, and let me see this, and now you should be able to see this. And I guess we're gonna check out this for now, and then see what's what, and then we can go from there. Because I'm curious to see what they cooked. I did hear rumors about some Warcraft 3 update or something. Maybe they finally decided to fix it. That would be nice. Wait, what? Warcraft 1? 2? No, this is 1, I think. This kind of looks like Warcraft 1.
Warcraft has always been my peace and my outlet.
I have such a deep love for everything inside Azeroth.
I thought, I'm gonna move on eventually, as if it was just any other game.
I recognize these voices.
I was a very introverted person, I was lonely, and then I accidentally stumbled upon World of Warcraft. I even ended up in a guild, and in the guild I even made some friends.
And we always come together to enjoy the moments that we create.
Various content creators, I guess.
Whether they're fun, competitive, or silly.
I do miss the old World of Warcraft.
You sent me a whispering name going, my water just broke. And I said, oh my goodness, I guess we better go to hospital. And you said, nah, let's kill this dragon.
And we did.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Hearthstone changed my life.
I cannot picture my life without WoW.
Oh my god!
Probably.
Thank you, Warcraft, for giving everything that you gave us so far. Here's to like 100 years more.
Hey, my boys, my Romanian boys.
When I say World of Warcraft saved my life, I really mean it.
My Romanian boys. They were in the video as well.
Hi everyone.
Hello, Holly.
Welcome to the Warcraft 30th Anniversary Direct.
Hello,
I'm Holly
Holly
Longdale,
Longdale.
the executive producer for World of Warcraft.
Hey.
Alongside Hearthstone, Warcraft Rumble, and the Warcraft real-time strategy games, we are all honored to be here to celebrate some big milestones with you and talk about the future. Many of us began our Warcraft adventures as players before we became developers at Blizzard. No matter which game we work on, we all share a deep love for the Warcraft universe.
That's true.
Today,
Even me.
each of the Warcraft development teams will be sharing what's coming up. Some of it next year, some just a few weeks from now, and some will even be available today. So whether you've been traversing the plains of Azeroth with a view from above, or chilling in the Hearthstone Tavern, sorting out your minis for your Rumble machine, or pursuing Xalatath in Khazalgar, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Now, what better place to begin than with the games that started it all?
Warcraft 1,
Here's
2.
Brad Chan from the Warcraft RTS team.
Wait, you have an RTS team again? I thought you fired pretty much everybody.
It's kind of funny how life ends up. I actually never thought about ever being a developer. When I was younger, I just wanted to play video games. Back in 2007, I was at a regional qualifier playing a game called Warcraft 3. After I qualified for the tournament, someone came up to me, gave me his card, and was like, hey, we're looking for experienced RTS players to join our design team. Naturally, I said I wasn't interested. I was gonna go to the Nationals, win that, go to the Worlds, win that, easy. Well, it was a good thing I kept that guy's card, because 16 years later, here I am, working on a game that remains so important to me and so many
Nice.
players around the world.
Nice, nice, nice. I'm happy.
Throughout my career, I've stuck to a few guiding principles. When something is broken, you fix it. When something is wrong, you make it right. And if things aren't good enough, you make them better. So without further ado, I'm here to announce patch 2.0 for Warcraft 3.
Fucking finally! Please tell me they
Available
did
now,
it right
patch
this time.
overhauls the environments and lighting and revamps the user interface. In addition, we are up-resing all classic Warcraft 3 assets to HD. You can now customize the type of assets you want to play with and even mix and match if you like. We have also included a bunch of quality of life changes, such as in-game hotkey customization, a revamped ladder,
nice.
and much, much more. We hope you enjoy this update, which will be available to everyone who owns Reforge. Now, I'm not just here to talk about Warcraft 3.
Oh,
We're
man,
also here
finally.
celebrating 30 years of Warcraft. So not only will Reforge be receiving an update today, but we are also releasing fully remastered versions of Warcraft 2 and 1. So you can experience the story
both 1
from the
and
very
2.
beginning.
Let's fucking go.
These remasters have brand new hand-drawn visuals that capture the original.
Okay. I like that they kept the general style. I know a lot of people won't like a lot of people kind of expect nowadays to have like, you know, super high res stuff, you know, in today's kind of like super HD you know, graphics and whatnot, but I actually think this is better overall because it maintains the charm and the feel for the game. I think that was part of the reason why everybody, including myself, hated Warcraft 3, because it just felt like it didn't really feel Warcrafty, right? If you think about it. Because it was always more cartoonish and more stylized, and that, you know, kind of realistic and like super sharp everything, it made it look kind of weird and out of place. So I kind of prefer this kind of style, even though it looks dated in a sense. I think this is much better because it maintains the
art
charm
style from each game, and you'll be able to swap between the original graphics and the remastered versions in real time.
I like that. I like that they kept things. They did this the first time they did this. It was with Diablo 2, and I think they also did it with StarCraft 1. The same. I'm not exactly sure how they did StarCraft, but I remember in Diablo 2 you could like just press a button and switch between like the old graphic style and the new graphic style. So I do kind of like this idea of like, you know, if you want to get, you know, that kind of old school authentic experience, just actually working on current day systems, you can do that. I like that.
For Warcraft 1, we added modern controls such as right-click move, bandbox select, and a faster game speed. Both games have also received various UI and UX improvements such as tooltips and health bars. Missions
Wait. Did I see that? Oh no, this is the campaigns. Okay.
UI and UX improvements such as tooltips and health bars, mission select screen, and an increased unit selection. Warcraft 2 will still have multiplayer functionality, and all legacy custom maps will still be fully compatible and playable.
Oh my god. Now I want to play Warcraft 1 and 2.
We are also bringing back the Warcraft Battle Chess, which will include Warcraft 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Here's the 30 years of Warcraft, and I can't think of a better way than celebrating than reliving the story from the very beginning.
I'm reinstalling Battle.net.
Oh, did I mention? This is all available right now.
Oh my god. Okay, that's hype. I want to get back. I want to play the old Warcraft games again. It's been freaking so long since I played those games. Jesus Christ, I was in school still when I played Warcraft 2. I don't think I ever got to play Warcraft 1. I think I only got to play Warcraft 2. Yeah, but these are like the old school kind of single player games. It's not the MMO. It's not World of Warcraft. It's the old RTS games. The nostalgia, man. The nostalgia. I have to check it out. Okay, let me do this real quick. Download. EEPROM. Okay, time to reinstall Battle.net. Because I gotta check it out. Actually, I'm curious. Did I actually put it on Steam? I'm curious if they actually put it on Steam. No, they didn't. Okay, so these are still probably just through the Battle.net. We'll log in at a later date.
The darkness has come again.
Yeah, I'm kind of hyped. Not gonna lie.
Succeeding
you, father.
It was I who was betrayed. You must lead your people to their destiny.
Man, I need to play Warcraft again, for old time's sake. I also need to play StarCraft 1, the remake. Orcs and humans. Let's go. We're being attacked! Something me doing.
Aye, Captain. Work completed. By your command.
Work complete. Let's go.
Now, we are one.
And they're gonna show us the Warcraft 3 as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. It's less sharp overall and makes it look a little bit, you know, more like old school. I like that much better. Battle chest. Job's done. Finally, 3 years later. Took you long enough to fix that, but
it's pretty amazing to think that Hearthstone turns 10 this year. It's been such an incredible decade.
Oh shit, it has been 10 years for Hearthstone.
For sharing joy, excitement, and some very tall tales indeed. We've made friends with Murlocs, battled old gods, and now we're traveling through space. But for me, the most incredible thing of all is that I get to work on my favorite game with such an amazing team. Ever since Hearthstone came out, we've been with you on that road to legend. I remember on my first climb to legend, I had played something like 500 games in 1 month. And as the clock ticked to midnight, I was 2 wins away and didn't make it. But I played another 500 games the following month and made it. Shout out to Darkshire Councilman. But those 1,000 games pale in comparison to the more than 160 billion games that we've all played over the last decade.
Jesus
and that's
Christ.
not counting Battlegrounds. Can you believe that it's been 5 years since the mode launched at BlizzCon? That's 5 years of building Death Rattle Beast comps, magnetizing mechs, completing quests, and collecting trinkets. It's been awesome to watch Battlegrounds grow from what was pitched as the biggest tavern brawl ever into what it is today. We are so thankful to our
I do miss
community
the
for being with us over
TCG,
this
like the
incredible decade,
OG
and we're looking
Warcraft
forward to the
TCG
next 10 years
I
in
like
the
that one a
tavern
lot.
together. The future is packed with even more places to explore and adventures to share.
I still have
More
a
expansions,
lot of
more
cards and
mini sets,
decks
more surprises.
somewhere.
Now,
Somewhere in the house.
let's take a look at what's just around the corner.
One of the amazing things of working at Blizzard is getting to watch other teams pushing the boundaries on their own games. I think we're all genuinely fans of what our coworkers are up to, and it's really special when we find moments to collaborate. What's up, everybody? I hope you're enjoying your adventures among the stars in the Great Dark Beyond. We loved working on this expansion and wanted to take our next mini-set further into the cosmos than ever before.
Okay.
Prepare to travel beyond Azeroth, beyond Warcraft, and into Heroes of StarCraft.
Oh God,
I'm super excited for this mini-set. It's the first time we've ever explored another universe this deeply in Hearthstone. A ton of people on the team, so much love for StarCraft. So being able to bring it into the Hearthstone Tavern has been incredible. Some might say,
it's about time. Hell, it's about time.
Obviously, we knew we had to go big. The Zerg, Terran, and Protoss factions are represented on cards via a faction banner. Not only do the cards in each faction work well with one another, they're also usable across multiple classes. Each of the factions also has a hero card featuring one of the most iconic faces from StarCraft.
Kerrigan.
The Zerg are led by the Queen of Blades herself, Sarah
Terran has to be.
She gives Death Knights, Hunters, Warlocks, and Demon Hunters access to an aggro playstyle with near endless swarms of Zerg cards. After all, what would a StarCraft mini set even be without its own version of a Zerg rush? For the Protoss, we have the legendary Artanis, seeking to unify his people. He grants his powers to druids, mages, priests, and rogues.
Yeah, I
he
can see that.
focuses on powerful, high mana cost units and uses the psionic powers of the Protoss to make those cards cheaper. And finally, who else could we have to lead the Terran besides the iconic Jim Raynor? Thanks to him, warriors, paladins, and shamans will get a hold of the new starship keyword from the main set. But these aren't your average starships. They're battle cruisers.
Of course, motherfucking
started
battle
working on this
cruisers.
main set, we went to the team and asked, what does this need to have in order to truly feel like StarCraft? We've made sure to represent as many units from StarCraft as possible. There's even one character from Warcraft that snuck their way into the set. Grunty, the Terran armored Murloc.
All right, I
On top
forgot
of
about that
everything
guy.
else, Heroes of StarCraft has more cards than any mini set we've done before. There's so much to explore here. So many strategies, so many interactions, and so much StarCraft nostalgia. And
I like this
we
kid.
might have some special music as well, just for the occasion.
I say kid, but
Heroes
he's probably
of
my age,
StarCraft is
give or
coming
take.
in January 2025. But there's even more coming up. for
Nah, he's
Hearthstone.
definitely younger.
We're making some big changes to Arena.
Oh, that's nice. That's animation.
As Leo mentioned, Arena is getting a major glow up. But first, let's talk about what makes Arena special. Arena is Hearthstone's premium draft mode, where you build your own deck from scratch at the start of every run. It's all about you flexing your deck building skills and card knowledge to defeat your opponents. And believe it or not, Arena has stayed mostly the same for 10 years. So we thought it was finally time for a little bit of an update. From now on, there will be 2 kinds of Arena to choose from. Normal Arena has a shorter format that lets you complete your runs more quickly, but still gives you that awesome competitive Arena experience. And after you've established yourself in the normal arena, you'll be able to descend into the dark, dank cellar of the tavern, where challengers are engaging in high-stakes card play in our underground arena. Underground has a distinctive basement aesthetic, longer runs, and a new feature we call redraft on loss. This means that when you lose, you'll have the option to redraft cards and edit your deck, refining it to up your chances of winning as you take on more hardened challengers. We heard you also want a way to show off that you're an arena champion. We got you. Arena ratings will be available for both the normal and underground modes. Ranking for the two are separate, with the usual skill-based matchmaking in normal arena. But in underground arena, you'll be throwing caution to the wind and facing off against opponents of all skill levels. Whether you're an arena veteran or maybe you just haven't clicked that arena button in a while, we hope these changes offer you another exciting way you can enjoy your time in the tavern with us.
It sucks that I'm no longer interested in Hearthstone. I used to be, but I kind of
now, here's Tyler to share even more of what's in store for Hearthstone.
I think I played Hearthstone for like 2 years or something before I kind of moved on.
Hey everyone. As you can
Maybe
see,
more
we've
than
got
2
a
years.
lot of really exciting things planned for the next few updates.
No, I think it was around 2 years because
kind of game
like
director would I be
Overwatch came
if
out
I
in
did-
2016, right? Yeah, it was 2016. Yeah, around the time Overwatch came out is when I kind of zoned out of Hearthstone. Yeah, 2 years and a change. But yeah, around the time Overwatch came out is when I kind of stopped playing Hearthstone.
Didn't spill even more beans about what's coming next. It's going to be the year of the Raptor, and you'll be going on some awesome adventures in some of your favorite Azeroth locations. Next year, we kick things off with one of our most requested settings as we journey into the Emerald Dream.
Nice.
Here, you'll find yourself in the middle of a legendary face-off between the Druids of the Emerald Dream and the forces of the Old Gods. They'll be fighting a high-stakes battle over the fate of the World Tree in our first expansion of the year. And
Cool.
things are going to heat up even more when the Druids of the Flame light up the mini-set. Our second expansion is also Hearthstone's first ever sequel, as we go back to Ungoro Crater.
Hey, more
Join
dinos, let's
Elise
go.
on the hunt for a mythical lost Tortolan city. Spoiler alert, keep an eye on that volcano. After uncovering the secrets of the lost city,
Festival of the
take
Devil's
part
Heart.
in a grand celebration in the 33.4 mini-set. The party-loving Tortolans are hosting a festival in honor of the mighty dinosaurs of the crater, and we'd hate for you to miss out on all that fun. Closing out the year is our third expansion, where you'll travel with Chromie through alternate realities to
Cool.
recruit legendary Warcraft heroes like you've never seen them before. This all leads to an epic showdown against Murazond at the end of time, and you won't believe what happens next. You've seen just how much we've got in store for you over the next year. Heroes of StarCraft, revamped arena, and 3 awesome expansions. We're incredibly excited, and we hope
I
you're...
see a mistake here. Based on this trend, this should be 32.4 patch. Blizzard typo.
We're incredibly excited. Thank you so much for being
I'm kidding,
part of
bro.
this
I'm just being
incredible
a
journey.
little bit
10 years
cheeky.
in, and our adventures in the tavern together are only just beginning.
I mean, that's cool, man. Like, again, I might not be into Hearthstone anymore, but it doesn't mean I'm not happy for people to have stuff that they enjoy. And if people can still enjoy and can still enjoy Hearthstone, I'm happy for them, man. I can't say the same for Rumble, because this is really not up my alley. But, yeah.
Blizzard has this awesome
each
tradition
their
of
own.
sharing the journey that each team took to bring their games to life.
I don't dislike it visually,
I think
but like
this
just
museum
as a
is
game,
a beautiful way
I'm not
to
interested.
relive the memories of development and share that passion with the rest of Blizzard. What's up, everyone? It's been about a year since I stood on the main stage of BlizzCon and we launched Warcraft Rumble together with all of you. And what a year it's been. All of us on the team have had so much fun watching you dig into our game and explore the hero collection, the army building, the nail-biting finishes. You've beaten over 900 million bosses. And on the matter of Alliance versus Horde, you picked Team Jaina almost 10% more. But maybe, most importantly, you've summoned over 1 billion angry chickens. That's 2 billion chicken wings. In just a second, we're
Jeremy, we're trying to shoot Rumble here.
Oh, Rumble? Oh, I know a little bit about that. Scoot the camera. Cool. Awesome. When we started working on Warcraft Rumble, we wanted to make something that harkened back to our strategy roots. Like the first time I booted up Warcraft 2 on my dad's Power Mac 7100 66 AV. I'm stoked to play those new remasters. But we also wanted to do something in our universe that we'd never done before. So we started imagining that maybe somewhere in the Hearthstone Tavern, there was a mysterious arcade machine that printed miniature versions of the heroes and villains of Azeroth and zapped them to life for you to collect and command. In those kind of early days when we were establishing the art style of Warcraft Rumble, we wanted a sense of tactility. We wanted to be able to pick up and touch the art that we were creating inside of the computer. So some of us went and printed minis and painted them up like this.
That's
and
cool.
that's kind of really where all this came from. All of these minis were painted by our team. And well, if I'm a little bit biased, but this little guy's my favorite.
What does that say underneath?
Oh, under here? Yeah. Oh, it says Jeremy. But we've done more than paint minis since our game launched. We've added new dungeons and at least one new mini every single season. We've got the Dark Moon Fair, new zones, and a whole new family feud experience in the game.
That's cute.
We added our first raid, Molten Core, and laid siege to Stormwind. In our latest season, we even bust down the doors of Ironforge.
That's
We
kind of
ain't
cute.
stopping there, are we, Vic?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up. Starting right now, if you hop into Rumble, we're running our first anniversary event with some truly excellent loot.
We're celebrating 1 year of Warcraft Rumble, so if you jump in after the stream, you'll be able to snag some super cool rewards, like the very valuable looking gold kobold, which we affectionately call the Kogald. Okay, have you scanned this thing yet? Great.
We've also been working on something really exciting for later in the season. There are some characters in Warcraft that don't fit so cleanly into just one of our families. So we're adding split leaders. These leaders belong to two families at the same time, which really expands the possibilities of how you build out your armies. And we're not just adding one split leader, we're starting with 3. Up first, fighting for the Alliance and Cenarian families, is Malfurion Stormrage. And representing the Horde and Blackrock families, we got Chieftain and former War Chief Orgrim Doomhammer.
Orgrim
Finally,
Doomhammer.
leading Undead and Beasts is Anu Barak. But before any of these 3 new leaders join the fight, we're going to be reworking one that we released this time last year. Sylvanas Windrunner is finally taking her rightful place among both the Horde and Undead. We've got an awesome season ahead of us and can't wait for you to check it out. We'll be right there with you. To our amazing fans, thank you for an incredible first year of Warcraft Rumble and for your unwavering support. Your passion fuels our creativity and truly drives us forward. But there was one more thing we wanted to talk about. Jeremy? Right? There was one more thing we wanted to talk about, right?
Nope. That's all I had. See you later.
I like it. They're having a little bit of fun. Like, here's the thing. Like, I don't care if the game's not for me, but I want to see this kind of passion again, which I honestly haven't seen from them in a while. Part of what makes gaming so fun and what got me into gaming for nearly 30 years now is the passion. And I feel like a lot of the industry has kind of forgotten that and failed to really show that passion. And when the people making the games aren't passionate, I do mean passionate, like genuinely passionate, not PR passionate, okay? Because PR passionate is boring, it's bland, it's uninteresting, and it's not motivating. I want to see like this kind of stuff where they're kind of having fun with it, you know? They're running with it and kind of making some skits and joking about it and just having some fun, right? I get it. It's work. They're at work. They're working. It's not really always fun and games, right? Just because you're working on games, it doesn't mean it's always fun and games. But like when you're doing something like this and you're passionate about the stuff that you work on, you know, the product that you're about to release, I want to see that passion. I want to see the people passionate. And sure, it might be that in some cases there's other reasons why they're not passionate, but like, as far as gaming goes, right, it's entertainment. It needs to be entertaining. It can't be as safe as it has been for the last, I don't know, 6 years, 7 years, I don't know, 8 years, however long it's been. You can't play it safe, because if you just play it safe, you just become uninteresting. And the whole point of entertainment is to be entertained. And like, I like this stuff. I don't care about Rumble that much, but I like this stuff because people are having fun and it brings a smile on my face. Oh, he's gonna remember what he forgot. Yeah, you can actually play it on PC. PC beta starts December 10th. Okay, they're bringing it to PC. Interesting. I might give it a shot. Am I? I don't know. I don't want to play more gacha games and stuff like that. FGO's enough at this point.
We are so excited that you're here to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with
20
us.
freaking years.
When the
And I've been
game
playing
first
this
came
game
out
for
in
more than a decade.
2004,
On my own.
I remember Facebook had just launched.
And
I've
without
been in
breaks,
the game
I
industry
mean.
for a handful of years when I picked up WoW, and I was in awe. Even when I was running about and exploring on my Night Elf Hunter, I made
Dude, I miss the old world, honestly. It was a simpler time. But at the same time, it was a lot more, I don't know how should I say it, memorable in a sense. It wasn't so crowded in a way. So like everything you explored, it kind of like stuck with you. Like I remember, you know, going through the old world for the longest time and like knowing where things are, not because there was a wiki that I could look everything up, but because I just stumbled into things. I died to certain monsters. You know, I found a random quest, you know, and I miss those days. It's kind of hard to go back to that because the internet is a different place, but I miss those early days.
friends who would group with me and tackle just about anything.
It was far more
including
natural.
helping me save 40 gold for my first mount. I loved it. I still do, just like many of you. And as most of you know, the game saw absolutely explosive growth in the early years and brought multiplayer gaming to the mainstream.
Yeah, that is
in
true.
turn created countless friendships, camaraderie, and escape for people every day. It still does 20 years later. We dug into our history and discovered that across 2 decades, together, we've accumulated 1 billion days of time played in Azeroth.
That's crazy. That's insane. I contributed about 11,000 hours in that metric.
Some of you have met partners in the world
Maybe
and
more.
gotten married. Some of you have even named your kids and pets after characters and locations in the game. Veterans from all over the world. Those who are hearing or visually impaired or have physical challenges. We've welcomed seniors, even whole families playing together with their kids, and so many more who call our world home. No matter who you are, when you come to Azeroth, you can live how you want and be who you want to be. It's a gift for so many, and certainly to us. We feel it every day. One of those special stories is live now on Netflix in a documentary called The Remarkable Life of Evelyn. Maud Steen, who played a character named Evelyn, lived a life in Azeroth that he couldn't in the real world. He suffered from Duchenne muscular dystrophy for most of his life and fought it courageously alongside his incredible family, who I'm proud to have met and fallen in love with. Because of Mats and his role-play guild called Starlight, his family discovered the power of online game communities and advocate for gaming
wonderful.
around the world as a source of joy and companionship. Sadly, Mats was taken from this world, and Azeroth far too soon. Because of Mott's and stories like his, we were inspired to create a charity pet program for Classic and our modern game to support Cure Duchenne, a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving and extending the lives of those affected by Duchenne muscular dystrophy. We want to thank you in advance for giving to this cause that offers support to people just like Mott's. This little cutie is Revan, and he's available until January 6th. He was inspired by the detective agency Mott's created for his busy roleplay life in Azeroth.
Yeah, I heard about the monument as well. That's a nice gesture.
Right now, we have our 20th anniversary celebration running in-game. We've got modernized Tier 2 armor sets, classic time walking, new world bosses, trading post items, rewards, and more, with all that nostalgic flavor. In the War Within expansion that we released a few months ago, we've taken the leap into the first chapter of the World Soul Saga. More coming on that. And of course, Classic is always cooking. But this moment is about you. You're the thundering heart of World of Warcraft and always have been. Stay tuned as we share what we are serving up for you. And thanks for making Azeroth a place you call home.
If we could only have more of these moments, that would be nice. Oh, Anchorage. I'm guessing this is for Season of Discovery.
Hey everyone, Clay and I are so excited to be here today during this anniversary celebration to talk about what's coming up for WoW Classic.
Okay, maybe not.
I can't believe that after 20 years, my Orc Warrior is still finding new adventures in Azeroth. Shout out to all my buds in Tacondrius.
Feels like just yesterday I was on my Night Elf Druid, ganking some buddies on the Teneris realm at the Crossroads. Sorry about that.
Being on the Classic team and getting to help contribute to this incomparable legacy, which has breathed new life into the original Classic experiences, I'm not sure anything compares to it. I love how vocal and passionate our player base is, not only about what parts of WoW's history they want to see come back, but also their passion for things we try and have experimented with.
Speaking of us taking some pretty big swings, in Season of Discovery, we've loved watching you use your new class abilities, take on our all-new level-up raids, find secrets, and team up to defeat Ragnaros and Nefarian. We're looking forward to the AQ war effort unlocking very, very soon here, which will lead right into the launch of the Encourage raid. This will bring new changes and surprises that we can't wait to bring to you. Fun new mechanics, difficulty changes, new rewards. You know us well enough by now to know exactly how we'll mix it up as you wager your sanity for ancient Kiraji riches.
Beyond that, for Season of Discovery, we have one more phase to come. We previously announced we will progress through all the phases of the original Classic era. So get ready not only for Naxxramas, but new instance content featuring the Scarlet Crusade, as well as adventures in Deadwind Pass.
Ooh, interesting.
Now to Cataclysm Classic, where we recently launched the legendary Firelands.
Yeah,
You've
the
undertaken
Firelands raid
difficult
was
challenges,
awesome.
besting Ragnaros and his feet, and are hopefully a few steps closer to getting your very own Dragon Wrath staff. We're looking forward to bringing you the final phase of Cataclysm Classic when our Hour of Twilight patch and Dragon Soul raid launch early next year. I know you Classic players out there must be curious where we're going next. But let's be honest, you know where we're going next.
Pandaria. Yep, Pandaria. The question is, when will they stop? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't want to see like classic setting, so to speak, beyond a certain point. Like, I feel for a lot of people, even like Cataclysm stretched it, and even Pandaria stretching it. But like Warlords Classic? Sure, I guess. But like Legion Classic, that already sounds way, like even Warlords feels like a little bit too far. Yeah, the dumbasses from the Alliance and the Horde.
The Classic team is proud to announce that Missa Pandaria Classic is coming, and we can't wait to bring it to you next summer. With its legendary class design and incredible raids and dungeons, set amongst a gorgeous environment and backed by an unforgettable soundtrack, we'll be traveling back to experience all that Pandaria has to offer together.
That's cool, but still, how far are we going with Classic?
Mr. Pandaria Classic is super exciting for all of us, as well as Season of Discovery, and we love that we'll continue to be on that journey with you. But we know, we spend some time on the internet, and we've heard some of you out there, you want something fresh.
Which is why we are so pleased to announce that we are bringing you the Classic experience.
What the fuck is the Classic
All
experience?
New fresh realms with the WoW Classic 20th Anniversary Edition. And it's happening soon.
How soon, Clay?
Actually soon. These realms will be going live next week on November 21st, but you won't have to rush to level 60. Classic is all about the journey after all. As we've made a change, and our first raid, Molten Core, won't unlock for a few weeks after launch.
We'll be launching realms of all flavors, PvP, normal PvE, and, for the very first time, Hardcore, which will progress through the phases in lockstep with the other two. This means a fresh start for everyone at the same time, together, on a level playing field with fresh economies on very large realms.
Classiest of Classic.
If you missed out on jumping into WoW Classic's initial launch in 2019, this is the perfect time to join our community. These servers will also launch with some of the quality of life features that came later on, like the Chronogoon Displacer to save your world buffs, and the improved PvP honor ranking system. And yes, we're also pleased to announce that these realms will progress to the Burning Crusade Classic. Realms will.
Okay, so we're doing Classic, yes. I see why we're calling it Classic now, because we're basically restarting all over again. So we're going from here to here to okay. Okay, autumn. We're technically around here right now. Autumn, winter, right here, right? Firelands release, Firelands raid. Okay, so this one should be coming out right about now, basically. This stuff hasn't released yet, I want to say. But let's see what else here. So Hour of Twilight, Dragon Soul raid. Yeah, that's coming in the winter. So this probably early January or something. Phase 1 Molten Core next year. This one's probably also next year, and we're probably going to be launching it right about now and leaving it this phase open till like, I don't know, January. Or like maybe December, I guess. Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 4, Phase 5, Phase 6, the usual stuff. It's basically all the same. Pandaria, what did they have? Do they add anything new here? Is what I'm curious. Dragon Soul Caverns, Elemental Ruin dungeons. I'm guessing these are the new supercharged dungeons that they added to Classic. Thermors, Fall, Pandaren, Monk, Campaign, Race, Dungeon, other updates. I'm guessing we'll find out more about this stuff next year. But I'm guessing we're gonna have another type of dungeon system or something, as they've done before. And then for Classic, we get Blackwing Lair raid, Zolgoro raid, and Simplified Rune Discovery. Curious to find out more about that. Phase 6 AQ. Technically, this phase already came out. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not exactly sure what it means by Simplified Rune Discovery. AQ Warfare Gates, AQ Nightmare Grove raids, Next Must raid, new event game content.
Will progress to the Burning Crusade Classic.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of a quote-unquote classic as they call it, but the question is, where do you stop, right? Because you can't just keep restarting all over again every single time and just segmenting the player base more and more, or like moving them from one category to the other. Because one of the annoying thing is that at least the way they set it up and the way they announced it, there was no, warning or like announcement. It's like there's a lot of things that are unique to Classic that don't carry over to the general game. And now they're adding even more of that stuff. And it's kind of just like, you have 3 types of games, 4 types of games, 5 types of games, however many types of games that are just running in parallel. And you're kind of just segmenting the player base more and more and more.
Launching these servers close to the exact date World of Warcraft came out 20 years ago, alongside all the work we're doing for Season of Discovery, Cataclysm Classic, and Mists of Pandaria Classic, means so much to us. We love this game, and we love the community that has made Classic Realms their home alongside their friends.
From all of us on the Classic team, thank you. This amazing journey is one that's been co-written by you, our incredible community.
Hi everyone, we're in the middle of such an incredible moment for World of
And now
Warcraft.
we're getting War Within news.
The World Soul Saga kicked off in August with the launch of the War Within, and we have been so excited to dive into the expansion alongside all of you. Whether you enjoy raiding, dungeons, delves, PvP, collecting appearances, pets and mounts, role-playing, or exploring the open world, we hope you found a part of Azeroth that brings you joy. It's humbling to be standing here on the eve of WoW's 20th anniversary. Looking back, 20 years ago, I was fresh out of school, and I had just seen enough of the beta to know that I needed to play this game, and then immediately stopped to avoid spoiling the experience for myself. I'd booked a couple days off work for launch, and was looking forward to really diving into Azeroth. But little did I know that my server would be offline for the first few days due to overwhelming demand. Shout out to Mal'Ganis. But even less.
Yeah, I mean, the early days of the internet and MMOs were kind of wild. You couldn't really take off from work the way you do now, because I mean, you could, but usually you would take off, you know, like not the first 1 or 2 days. You would take the 3rd day off or something like that of a release date, because the first 1 or 2 day was almost impossible to play.
As could I imagine how this game would in so many ways define the rest of the course of my adult life.
Oh boy.
So, let's talk about what's coming up for World of Warcraft. Starting with what's on the horizon. We have 1107 Siren Isle, which is currently up on our public test realms. This update will go live next month, and it has something for everyone. On the narrative front, this update includes epilogue questlines for Dalaran and the Kirin Tor. No
Okay.
spoilers, but this storyline features the mysterious Haranir, who also played a starring role in our expansion
Yeah, we got
release
to
cinematic.
see them a little bit.
We'll also get into the prologue for where we're going next, but more on that in a minute. 1107 also, of course, brings its namesake, the Siren Isle, a new outdoor environment to explore, full of mysteries to uncover, and rewards to help catch up your alts and prepare for the next War Within season ahead. Plunderstorm is returning, this time with a plunder store to give you more flexibility in earning your rewards instead of that linear renown track. Also making a return will be the latest iteration of our Turbulent Timeways event and a Winter Veil revamp. We can't wait for you all to experience this update next month. As an additional treat, for those of you invested in the story of the War Within, we will be releasing a novella that explains exactly what happened to Jaina and Thrall after they left us. This novella is narrated by none other than Chris Metzen, and available today.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
So, I know many of you have already seen 1107, but you have to be wondering where the War Within is going to take us after that. Okay. So following Xal'atath's trail is going to lead us to a location that I've been personally excited about since we first settled on the idea of an underground expansion.
No fucking way.
Undermine, the capital of the Goblins' trade empire.
God damn
Fittingly,
it, we're
our
really
name
going
for
to
the
Undermine.
11.1 patch is Undermined with a D. Now this is a city unlike any city we've seen before in World of Warcraft.
Goblins.
Standing as a testament to the intelligence and creativity
Many
of the
goblins handle
as
it.
masters of technology and alchemy. And as our adventures continue, we will learn more about Goblin culture than ever before. What's important to them, what problems they're trying to solve, what they're capable of as a society. Everything that makes them truly unique.
Yeah, make money at the cost of everything else.
Beyond the humor and the explosions. Though, just to be clear, there's going to be a whole lot of explosions.
I mean, it wouldn't be goblins
You'll
without
arrive
explosions.
at an Undermine that's plunged into conflict between the 4 major Goblin cartels. Steamweedle, Blackwater, Bilgewater, and of course, the Venture Company.
Venture Co.
You will align yourself with a group of your choice and run into notorious goblins like Monty Gazlo, Renzik the Shiv, Baron Revelgaz, Marin Noggenfogger, and more. Now, if you're going to be in cahoots with a goblin cartel, you can't be seen rolling around in anything less than a truly blinged out ride. So early
wow.
on, you'll earn a vehicle designed just for Undermine to push the boundaries of locomotion within World of Warcraft.
No fucking
Undermine
way.
was built for speed, with roads designed for driving, which is just as well, because this car travels much, much faster
No
than your
fucking
regular
way.
ground mounts.
Are we getting?
You can also further.
What? Wait. So we got dragon riding, which is now like, what is it? Is dynamic flight or whatever it's called. So this is now dynamic riding, dynamic driving, dynamic mounting. What the fuck are we getting there? What is this? Ground mounts with like.
Further adjust your car's driving characteristics.
No,
Do you
come
prefer
on.
grip, or do you want to drift more? Do you want more acceleration, even if it's going to come at the expense of your top speed? That's up to you. You can try it all.
Dude, we're getting Need for Speed in fucking World of Warcraft. What the hell? Oh my god.
And rule the streets of Undermine, living your life 440 yards at a time.
That's so dumb.
We'll also be adding a new dungeon in Undermined, Operation Floodgate, which is a race to stop a group of goblins from blowing a dam that would bring ruin to the Ringing Deeps. This dungeon will also be immediately available as part of our new Season 2 dungeon pool
speed,
on
classic,
Heroic,
classic.
Mythic, and Mythic Plus difficulties, alongside the 4 other launch dungeons and 3 returning legacy dungeons. Now, we'll have many more details in the weeks ahead, but I can tell you that one of those legacy dungeons, naturally, in light of our goblin theme here, is the Motherlode from Battle for Azeroth.
Nobody wants Motherlode.
Continuing to build upon one of our favorite parts of the War
Nobody
Within,
likes Motherlode.
this new zone brings with it 2 new delves for you to explore, and we're creating new variations on the existing delves. We're also introducing seasonal updates to Bran Bronzebeard, a new adversary to follow Zek Veer, and a new set of goblin-inspired curios for Bran. Of course, a new season also means a new raid zone. We have an 8-boss raid called the Liberation of Undermine coming your way.
Oh,
which takes
wow.
you through the streets of the city and into the magnificent
Robo Dino and
Galagio,
Robo Ape.
brimming with color and extravagance that also hides the dark secrets of its owner, the one and only Gallywix.
Oh,
and
fuck,
for the arena
yes.
PvPers out
We can
there,
finally
we're
deal
also
with
introducing
Gallywix.
a new arena map set right amidst the city.
Once and for all. That would be cool. Finally get rid of Gallywix.
Now, some of you may be wondering how Xalatath fits into all of this.
Yeah,
How
that's
goblin
a big
politics
question.
relate to the fate of our world soul. But rest assured, Undermine plays a vital role as a continuation, a next chapter in the many stories that are unfolding in the War Within. We will have a lot more to share on that front in the months ahead.
Okay. Dude, I still don't like this cutscene. This cutscene alone makes kind of annoys me because it makes Farron look really like quote unquote badass and angry, but in game she's like a puppy. She's like a lovable puppy, and it's such a dissonance for me.
And that is just the beginning of what we have planned.
Okay, so we got the role map as well. What do we have here? Siren Isle, story quest, upgradable ring, yes. Turbulent Timeways, Winter Veil, new content, additional holiday updates. That's there. This is Plunderstorm by the looks of it, so that's coming here in December-ish. Undermined. This is probably January, February or something. And also Season 2. We got Undermine, Liberation of Undermine, Operation Floodgates, Drive. This is the new car probably, new doves, Cartel Renown, more band, Camp, and Collections. Okay. I'm guessing this is gonna allow you to edit how your like login screen thingy looks with the stuff. New content, Nightfall. Horrific Visions Revisited. Interesting. Horrific Visions, if I'm not mistaken, was the thing from BFA. Right? With the Nazoth like power-ups. Children's Week updates, story and quest, new content system updates, turbulent timeways, okay, and then 11.2 during some new world events, new dungeon, new rain, new open world, warband updates, refest updates, season reward refresh, season 3, expansion reveal midnight, new content system updates, 21st anniversary, story and quest, new content system, and this looks like something new. What could it be? What could this be? Could this be time running again? I would expect
for the
a
next
time
year.
running.
Now, as you can see, 2025 is going to be an incredible year for both modern and classic WoW players. As the World Soul Saga continues to unfold, we are reflecting on these past 20 years with immense gratitude as we lay the foundations upon which to build the next 20. On behalf of the entire World of Warcraft team, thank you so much for being the heart of the history of Azeroth. Whether you've just joined our community, been with us for the last 2 decades, or somewhere in between, thank you for making Azeroth your home. And speaking of home, the team does have one more thing to share with you.
No way. No way. No fucking way. They're actually doing it? Are they actually adding fucking housing, player housing in World of Warcraft? There's no way they're adding player housing in World of Warcraft after 20 fucking years. No way. I don't believe it. I need to see that. I don't believe it. Until I actually see it, I don't think it's player housing. I refuse to believe it's player housing.
Thank you for joining us today and for being with us for the past 3 decades. The Warcraft universe is a living, breathing world that's been experienced by over 250 million players around the globe. That's millions of stories of adventure, laughter, and true connection. And as the years have passed and our communities have grown and evolved, the statue behind us reminds us all how important Warcraft is and continues to be. It serves as a reminder of our shared passion for building Azeroth together. And it's you who truly bring Warcraft to life, our players, and the communities you are a part of. Thank you for being the lifeblood of this world that means so much to all of us. 30 years of history is the perfect foundation upon which we will build for the bright future ahead, and we can't wait to walk that road alongside you. And before we go, we want to share something very special. This September, 190 performers took to the stage to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with a series of concerts in Switzerland. Prepare to dive back into the history of World of Warcraft through its incredible soundtrack performed live. And whether this music invokes cherished memories or you're hearing some of these pieces for the first time, we hope you enjoy the performance. Here's to the next 30 years.
That's a big goal. Okay, that was some pretty nice stuff to look at. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's nice. Following Warcraft Direct, Blizzard announced that GDKP raids will not be allowed on the upcoming Fresh Classic hardcore servers, which are scheduled to launch next week. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna stop this. If you guys want to listen to the concert, I urge you and recommend you go to the actual stream and watch it. I don't want to ruin that particular part of the fun, so to speak. I'm just looking over the Wowhead stuff for now. But yeah, player housing is... It seems to be the thing. Like, they haven't confirmed it, but that's what it looks like. That's gonna be interesting. The meme is dead after 20 years. Yeah, let's see what they have there. Okay, so we will see. Yeah, they announced this. I wonder if they actually show any like other. No, it's just the screenshots from the thing. Okay. I was hoping to at least have one image of something like customization, but they don't show anything. Interesting. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah. 30 wings. Maybe. December 12th. Okay. Classic fresh. Huh. But yeah, this is the thing that I found interesting. Will not allow gold, dragon, kill point, jig appearance. Okay. Some benefits. Yeah, I'm personally okay with this. Obviously, I don't play in part because of this. There's multiple reasons why I'm not playing Classic, but this one was definitely one of them because it definitely affects how the community interacts. But we'll see if this is enough to actually like change community behavior for the better. LFG tool and services. What? While Classic players have often used out-of-game tools. This one is to have okay. LFG tool. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Mr. Pandara Classic announcement. We saw that. Heartlands. We saw that. Okay. Fresh Classic server. New server. The one more Classic Romance. Servers, yeah. Servers coming November 21st. Interesting. Summer 2025. Mr. Pandara Classic. Seasonal Discovery Phase 7. Soccer crossover. Yeah, the thing to do this other stuff. We kind of already knew. Cataclysms Classic. Scepter of the Shifting Sands questline. Diablo stuff I don't really care too much about. Monkey Festival Micro Holiday. Whatever. Okay, more mythic nerfs, just as one would expect. A new visual for Void Elf, Racial, okay. Wrath of the Cat King. You now require players to turn in normal version until okay, whatever. I think I remember this thing because of the tier sets. Some of the pieces were on vendors that you had to buy, and the other ones were from raid drops only. Yeah, well, nothing interesting here that I really wanted to see for now, but I do want to. Okay, let me do the logging thing real quick for the BattleNet. For the BattleNet. Where's my BattleNet? Okay. Okay. Yeah, World of Warcraft, Diablo 4, World of Warcraft, Classic. I guess I'd have to check the shop. I'm curious how much the battle chest cost. Okay, it's not too bad for the battle chest. 40 euros for all 3 games. Plus apparently you get a mount or whatever for World of Warcraft, I guess. And some other random stuff. Diablo 3 get the Mal'Ganis back. Heroes of the Storm unlock the heroes Jaina, Thrall, Nubarak, and Tyrande. StarCraft 2 get Alliance Horde, Sentinels, and Scourge console skins. StarCraft Remastered gain Dispose of War console skin. And Hearthstone unlock the 3rd War card back. And Overwatch receive 4 animated sprays. Okay, whatever, random stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's 3 games, including Warcraft 3, which is still, I think, somewhat expensive, I want to say. I mean, just the Warcraft 1, 2, like Warcraft 3 alone is like 30 euros. So getting getting the battle chest is worth it at 40 euros, or buckaroos if you're in the US. 40 buckaroos for all 3 games, plus some random goodies nobody cares about. Sure, why not? Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I want to see exactly if it contains like everything. Warcraft 1 remastered, Warcraft 2 remastered, Warcraft 3 reforged, Warcraft Orcs and Humans, and BattleNet edition for 2. Okay, so it includes everything. Yeah, absolutely worth it. Yeah, absolutely worth it. if you're interested in in the game, in the in all this stuff. If you want to try out all the games, if you haven't played them yet, absolutely give it a shot. Absolutely worth it at that price point. 40 buckaroos for what's essentially 3 games / expansions. 3 games / 4 games if you count expansion, or 5, something like that. I think it's 3 + 1 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's still pretty cool. So that's worth it. I'll probably get it myself a little bit later. That's nice. That's nice. What else? I mean, there was the announcement. There was the announcement about. Let's see if I can find it relatively easily. The monster. Yeah, I can't find it very easily. But yeah, basically, Monster Hunter Outlanders. Monster Hunter Outlanders got announced, which is like a gacha game of some sort. Probably. I think it was this one. It looks pretty nice, but it's all just CGI cutscene type thing, so it's like it's really hard to say how the gameplay will look just from this. And I think there's one of the videos that kind of shows some of the gameplay, but like it's not actually combat and you don't actually see UI and controls. So it's kind of hard to say how it will play out. I see a counter here from the Meowster. I see a Rathian. I just see an image and that's it. So it's like not really much to go by just yet. It would be nice to see something extra. Something a little bit more. But yeah, this got announced today. That's cool. We're gonna have to wait and see what exactly that entails. But for the time being, there's not much to go by. It looks interesting enough, but it is a gacha game, mobile game at least. We don't know exactly how it's gonna play out, but some of the rumors coming out is that it's probably gonna be a gacha game where you kind of pull for like characters or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna work, but I'm not like super stoked about it in that sense. I think I'll probably just stick to my big games for the time being, if I'm being honest. But yeah. I don't know what else. Those were the 2 big things I wanted to look into today. That was a pretty long day with work and stuff, so I missed out on a lot of things. Didn't get to catch up on my VTubers. I guess there's some like streamer awards and whatnot. I don't care too much about streamer awards and all of that. But yeah, I'm hoping Iron Mouse or Doki get some wins in. I mean, for best VTuber, Iron Mouse, Doki Bird, Zentreya, and Vettel are all nominated, and I think any one of those four that wins is gonna be a victory in a sense. I would be happy for any of them. Iron Mouse is a sweetie, so she 100% deserves it. Doki has been like on the hyper grind, so she totally deserves it for everything she's done and worked on this year. Absolutely. Zentreya is always very creative, and you know, she makes some really interesting streams and interesting events, so she absolutely deserves it. And Vettel, of course, with Neurosama, is a G-Wiz kid, so absolutely deserves it as well. So any one of these four that wins, I would be happy for any of them. I don't think any of them is undeserved in any capacity. So that's going to be cool. What else? Anything else interesting? Oops, that's not what I wanted. Misclick, sorry about that. That was weird. Sorry about that. Not sure how that happened. Still scrolling my feed to see if there's anything new and interesting, but I don't really see anything in particular. But yeah, generally speaking, I don't really care about like you know, these types of like events, celebration thingies, because oftentimes, and by oftentimes I mean usually, they're kind of biased in one way or another. So there's always kind of something missing or something that should be included but can't be because of one or another reason. So I don't care too much about them in a general sense. But yeah, still cool, especially when people are deserving. So I'm happy for any of them. Nothing. Yeah, it's a pretty dead day / week. I don't know what other news there has been this week. I guess there was also the announcement that Holocure patch should be coming out soon-ish. But I don't remember exactly when. In a few weeks probably. But anyway, yeah, no, that's about it. I don't see anything in particular that's interesting right now. Oh yeah, they did say that apparently Xbox is working on a new handheld, but it's a few years away. I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. I don't really see the point of one right now. I mean, we already have the Steam Deck, which is a great machine that pretty much serves the same general purpose as Xbox hand console would. I don't really see... I feel like it's a little bit redundant and kind of a waste of direction. Unless they do something really special with it. But I don't really see what they could do so special with an Xbox handheld that would, you know, actually be a worthwhile investment as an alternative to a Steam Deck for PC gaming and stuff like that, right? Because the Switch is unique in its own way because it's like a Nintendo environment, right? So there's always a point to have a Switch. If there was a PlayStation, I guess that would also make sense because PlayStation still has exclusives. But Xbox, like, what's the point of an Xbox handheld, really, realistically, right? Because Xbox doesn't have really any exclusives. And they've pivoted away from exclusives for better for the consumer and for worse for them, I guess, in all honesty. So, like, what's the point in a handheld when you can already just buy a Steam Deck? And given that it's Xbox, I also don't think it's going to be cheaper than the Steam Deck. It's probably going to be more expensive than the Steam Deck. Or at best, it's probably going to price match. I highly, highly doubt it that Xbox handheld is going to be cheaper than the Steam Deck. And also it's coming like 2-3 years from now, which means it's going to need to have newer hardware in it to make it a little bit more competitive and stuff, which also probably means it's going to be more expensive. So like it just feels like a bad idea, at least on paper, right? Obviously, we don't know the behind the scenes. We don't know their plans. We don't know their thought process on this stuff. So they could potentially still do something interesting with an Xbox handheld, but like first impressions and like thinking of like just generally where we are in this space, I really don't see the point of an Xbox handheld. It's such a useless investment, at least on the surface level. Like I would really like to know what's going through their head when they decided on this. Because I personally cannot see it. Like I don't see the point. I genuinely don't. But yeah, that was about it. Nothing else as far as I can see. Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit happy for Monster Hunter fans and for new people to get into Monster Hunter with the mobile game, if it's good. If nothing else, more people get to discover Monster Hunter, so that's cool. But I personally don't think I'm gonna be jumping on that one. I still have FGO. I'm sticking to FGO for now. And once I quit FGO, it's once I quit gacha games, most likely. I think that's gonna be the end for my gacha habits. Once I'm done with FGO. But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna try and get the Warcraft battle chest for Warcraft 1, 2, 3. And we might even give that a shot on stream. I am curious to see what they've done with the difficulty and stuff. Like, did they actually bump it up or did they keep it as it used to be? Personally, I would like it to kind of keep it on the lower end, make it a little bit easy, because I would like to stream it and like kind of chill with it rather than sweat it out. Because you guys already know I already get way too distracted when I play games. I get way too serious, always lean forward. So like I get way too into it. And if you do need to pay attention to what you're doing, I'm gonna lean forward. So it would be nice if it's a little bit on the easier side, so we can chat and just take things in. But we'll see. Probably not this week though. I'll probably not be playing that this week. I still need to do some FGO stuff because the event is up the new event, which is a lottery event. So we're probably going to be farming that and chatting on Friday and Saturday. And maybe if there's some interesting news, we can look over some of that. We can also look back and maybe try and catch up on some of the older news. Because the girls on, Flowglow came out, right? The new Riglos. Device. No, Device. The new Device girls. This Device is the one, and then it's Riglos and Flowglow, right? So the girls came out last weekend. I kind of didn't get around to it because of circumstances. That's it. Like, I don't see any interesting news. I didn't get to catch up on anything new. Yeah, I don't really see anything right now. That's interesting. Slowish week as well. Not much interesting happening for the time being. But yeah, I am surprised that they're bringing player housing to World of Warcraft in Midnight. We're gonna have to wait and see exactly how it works and all of that. Freaking expensive mount. That's such bullshit. I don't really see anything else. But yeah, it would be cool to go back and play some Warcraft RTS. It's been a good 20 years or so since I played. It's more than 20 years since I played Warcraft 2 and 1. Warcraft 3 I did play for a while afterwards, after WoW came out, up until around 2010-ish, 10-ish, 11-ish, maybe a little bit more. Try to remember. No, it was definitely a little bit more, 2013-ish. I think around 2013 was the last time I really played Warcraft 3 in any capacity. So it would be nice to go back on that as well. StarCraft though, I still don't have StarCraft. Oh, actually I do have StarCraft. Remastered. So I could also play StarCraft 1. What else? Yeah, I'm looking at Immortal. Hearthstone, Warcraft 1, 2, 3 from Mumble. Okay, cool. Haven't played StarCraft 2 in forever. Ever since I finished the campaigns, basically. I got most of the achievements, the campaign achievements and stuff like that. Back in the day, I used to be quite an achievement hunter. I tried it. I know for Wings of Liberty, I got all the achievements. Like, played on all the difficulties, did all the side objectives, all the fancy schmancy, whatever nonsense they wanted. I don't remember if for Heart of the Swarm and Void, for Swarm and Void, I got all of them. I definitely got most of them, but probably not all of them. Probably had some random achievements here and there that I needed to collect. But yeah, I kind of got over achievement hunting after a while. I still do it from time to time, every now and again, if I find the game is like not super overly exaggerated, tedious to get, you know, platinum type achievements. But by and large, I'm kind of over it because it doesn't really matter. Like, unless I feel like I want to do it for myself for a particular reason, I just don't bother with it. Because nobody's going to see it and nobody really cares anyway. So, I don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, what would you guys want to see? Would you want to see me go back to like Warcraft 1 and 2? Would you prefer StarCraft 1? Diablo 2? Diablo 1? Do I even own Diablo 1 on? No, I don't own that on Battle.net. I don't even know if I want to play Diablo 1 though, to be honest. At the moment. I'll probably give Warcraft a shot. I'll have to check my schedule a wee little bit. But I might just fit in some Warcraft streams in the next few weeks. Take a break from the Monster Hunter stuff for the time being. Really need that. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. There's nothing else really that's interesting at the moment. Yeah. Maybe we'll do some StarCraft at some point as well. We'll pepper it out in between, maybe. But as far as World of Warcraft goes, I don't know if I want to get back into it, in all honesty. That one seems a little bit too much of an investment at the moment. Like, I am tempted for sure, especially like the base World of Warcraft with the anniversary rewards right now. There's so much cool stuff. I'm kind of inclined to go into it for a month or so and try and get all those rewards. But like, I don't know. As for Classic, I feel like it's too late to get into it right now for me personally. Like for Season of Discovery, it's too late, and I really don't feel like doing that anytime soon. As far as like Cataclysm is concerned, I don't think I want to do that either right now. And starting all over on a classic server also feels kind of pointless at this stage. So I might just drop into War Within a little bit, maybe next month or something, and maybe get some of the anniversary stuff. But beyond that, I'm not really feeling it. Even that one's kind of like, you know, a 50-50. Like, I want it, but I kind of don't want to put in the effort for it right now. But at the same time, I kind of got burned out of Monster Hunter World, so I kind of want to break from that. I thought it would last longer, but I definitely played it way too much. I played it like, what? It's been 2 weeks-ish since I got into it, give or take. Let me see. It's about 2 weeks, right? 3 weeks-ish, I guess. Let me see. When did we get back to it? About mid-October. End of the co-op. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 weeks. Yeah, we played it for 3 weeks pretty intensely. We got like 120 hours in 3 weeks. That's pretty much. That's quite a lot. I mean, divided by 3, that's basically 40 hours a week. I played this game as I worked, you know, kind of like my job. So that's quite a lot. I did, obviously not on all of it was on stream. I did some of that stuff offline, you know, grinding for some, you know, grinding all the ingredients for food and getting all the quests for mantles and stuff like that. So I did quite a bit offline as well, but still 120 hours in like 3 weeks. That's a lot, considering, you know, full-time job and all of that. So yeah, I kind of could use a little break. I've done pretty much everything in World as well, short of Fatalis and Alatreon. I guess Safi'jiiva. Those three are the things that I haven't done. Safi'jiiva, Alatreon, and Fatalis. Yeah, I think I might just so we're gonna do some FGO probably on Friday and Saturday this week. See how far we can go with the grinding, and how much do I feel like actually continuing the grind after that. Maybe only do Friday, maybe do Friday and Saturday. I do still want to get some farming done in FGO, to be perfectly honest. But once I've done a little bit of farming, we might just pick up Warcraft and go back on a nostalgia trip to Warcraft 1 and 2 or something like that. Depending how we feel like it, we might mix it up. Maybe we'll put in some StarCraft. Maybe we'll do some Monster Hunter stories. You know, switch it up a little bit. But I think for World, for the time being, I'm kind of done, unless, you know, my friends and feel like playing it specifically, so then we can jump in together. But outside of that, yeah, I think we're good for World for a while. We might pick it up closer to Wild's release again, and maybe do some more stuff then. We might even squeeze in some Rise at some point, but for now at least, I'm good with World. I'm pretty good with World. I still need to. Man, I so don't feel like playing it, but I really should get back to Armored Core at some point. I finished the first 3 chapters, 4 chapters, something like that. I think I finished the first 3 chapters and I'm on chapter 4. So I still have to do that at some point, but I just didn't feel it. Because they kept doing patch note releases because of fucking co-op specifically, like multiplayer PvP stuff. So they kept nerfing weapons that were like really good in the campaign as well. So like I have to keep, you know, finding something else that is also, you know, pretty strong, but that I also like using, because I don't really like using strong weapons just because they're strong. I like to use weapons that I enjoy first and foremost. But if they keep nerfing weapons and upgrading others and buffing others and whatnot, you know, it kind of messes with my head. That's part of the reason why I don't like single player games having co-op and PvP and stuff like that, specifically PvP, because now you balance around it, and more often than not, they don't actually do like separate balance patches. Like they don't have quote unquote PvP stats and PvE stats, right? It's just stats. So they make changes to something because it's too busted in PvP, and now all of a sudden it's useless in PvE as well. So that's kind of the thing that put me off of playing Armored Core for a good chunk of time. And I really wish games would stop doing that. But other than that, yeah, I did say I want to finish the platinum achievement for Final Fantasy 16. I basically have almost everything except like the New Game Plus, more or less. It's mainly the New Game Plus that I have to do. Like I'm missing 8 achievements, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of those are specifically New Game Plus. One of that is Kairos Gate, which is technically doable on my current playthrough. Masterclass, upgrade all feats and abilities to the maximum. That's technically New Game Plus because it takes way too many resources, and I'm not gonna grind it on the current difficulty. And then I have execute 3 still counters in a single battle. I haven't really used Odin, so I need to still get that one. And then I got simultaneously defeat 3 or more enemies frozen using Frostbite, Permafrost, or Dimafrost. So yeah, I need to do some Shiva shenanigans. And that's about it. Other than that, I've done everything else. So I need to do some Shiva shenanigans, some Odin shenanigans, and then steal counters with Odin. And then I have everything pretty much ready for New Game Plus, and then I just have to do the New Game Plus for the last 4 achievements. I need to complete the main game, Leviathan, the DLC, and then Omega DLC. And that's it. At some point. I haven't decided yet when. But we did get Grand Blue relinks, Platinum, so that's cool. And so yeah, I have to do 16 at some point. I still haven't gotten the DLC for Elden Ring. At some point I need to get that one. Let me just write some of these things down. Let me. Okay, so we want Elden Ring DLC. That's one thing that I need to do. Armored Core story for now. I don't know if I want to do Platinum for that one yet. I technically Elden Ring DLC plus Plat. Technically. Armored Core story. FFXVI Plat. And more New Game plus Plat, basically. Honestly, okay, Warcraft 1, 2, 3. StarCraft 1, 2, maybe. I'll put these with question mark for fillers. Oh, you're right. And Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2. Any other suggestions? I think those are the games that I can pocket, I guess, for now. We got a little bit of nostalgia, a little bit of newer stuff, a little bit of older stuff. Oh, right, Yakuza games, all of them more or less. That's an option as well. I haven't really been feeling Yakuza lately. That's the only thing. Like, I have mood swings, you know. Sometimes I really am in the mood for Yakuza, and sometimes I'm really not. It's hard to explain. List of favorites. What else? Anything else? Anything else? I mean, we can always go back and play some older games, of course, but you know, we got both Neo games. We got Deus Ex. We got some, you know, FF13, Lightning Return, stuff like that. Got some Serious Sam. Some Star Wars game, Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, Republic Commando, Jedi Knight. Some of that stuff. Some of that stuff doesn't really work nowadays all that well. Dawn of War stuff, maybe. I don't know. I'll put it Dawn of War 1, 2 question mark. Probably not. There's some newer Warhammer games that I still need to play, and some that I haven't gotten, like Rogue Trader. I really want to get Rogue Trader at some point. Let's set this to card for now. Fate's Samurai Remnant. That's another one that I would like to play at some point. Fate Remnant. Write it down. Write it down. Yeah, I mean, those are kind of the options and stuff. I wrote them down for later. I'll decide for something to play next. Probably just gonna be Warcraft 1 next, most likely. Something like that. Alright, FF14, the new patch came out. I have to write that down too. FFXIV, Dawn Trail, patches. I guess I'll put WoW with a question mark here. WoW. The War Within. Patches, question mark. I think that covers everything for the time being. I don't think there's anything else that I really want to play or I'm thinking of at the moment. But if you think I'm forgetting something, you can always let me know. I do think I've covered most things for now, at least. Did I write that one down? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, that's about 40 bucks. Got it. I guess I can write Fate Extella here as well, but I probably don't want to get back into Extella anytime soon because it's a bit on the older side and a little bit janky. I will enjoy myself, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Right. Warhammer 40k. Rogue Trader. That one has to be on the list. Forgot to put it down. Anything else that I can see here? No, that's about it for now, at least. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about it a little bit. I need to sleep on it and think what's next. But most likely the next thing is gonna be Warcraft 1 next week. I'm gonna go revisit the old world from a different time. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a little bit early today. I still haven't eaten. And I can see the food to my side kind of beckoning to me, demanding attention from me. And kind of talked about most things. We could play a little bit, but I think it's best to kind of just end it here. It's a good place to call it a day for now and take a break. And I'll be back on Friday, probably some FGO, get some grinding in because we need to catch up on the event. I'm a little bit behind, and by a little bit behind I mean very behind, because this is a lottery event, and I really haven't farmed at all. Haven't even done my basic 10 boxes yet. I think I have like 4 or 5 boxes done only. So yeah, I need to work on it, push a little bit. Actually, let me check. When does the event even end? I think it ends next week. I want to say next week, like Monday or Tuesday or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. We don't really have much time left, so I really need to start pushing it this weekend hard. Let me see. How many days do we have left? One day remaining for second obstacle. Yeah, one more week basically. Essentially 8 days, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it ends next Thursday, I believe. And I also have to do all the challenge quests because I haven't done any of those. Yeah, we got about a week. Get some farming in. We are on. Sorry, I got 3 boxes done. I'm almost done with the 4th box. I got like 1 more pull, essentially, to finish the 4th box. So yeah, I'm pretty behind. I really need to start working on that. Yeah, I'll probably do some of that tomorrow as well, off stream, to try and catch up a little bit. And then we can start working on some of the events, event challenges. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it very much. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the news. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe, follow, all of that good jazz. And I'll see you all on Friday. Take care, everybody. Peace.